because we're live with more Dungeons and Dragons, more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Hi, my name is Jan. I'm the Dungeon Master. I'm going to play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight with my friends here. Let me see, what's the layout? Oh yeah, immediately to my right I have Varrock. I just realized you don't know because you don't see the layout. To my right I have Lance, who is playing
Varrock Nightscale, Black Dragonborn, Paladin of Mistra, and Order of the Mystic Fire.
And to his right we have Cynthia, who is playing
Grackle, a goblin rogue, arcane trickster. Watch your pockets.
Next is Mark, who's playing
Thorin Thunderstone, a dwarven artificer.
And after that we have Steve, who's playing
Dave, the elven monk. Sorry.
Next we have Dalday, who's playing
Copper Kettle, Tabaxi Bard.
And last but not least, we have Chris.
I'm playing Timber of the Rumbling River, who is a Tabaxi wild magic sorcerer.
Alright, awesome.
Wild magic.
So mysterious.
Forgive me now.
Never. So,
I don't know. Gotta protect the Weavio.
last time you guys went through a secret door, touched a large glowing gem that turned out to be a magic stone that teleports anyone who touches it. You ended up in a sort of escape room situation where you met a elf in red robes who introduced himself as Dave the elf. With your wits combined, you managed to flee this room. Gretel, more
resistant,
more hesitant, given all the delicious food in this room. But you managed to get out. You found yourself in a dead end of a hallway, and as you pressed on, you came to another hallway with a bunch of alcoves lining it, each alcove containing mirrors. And as you went through, shadow duplicates of yourselves emerged from the mirrors and started to attack you. You fought yourself through the hallway of mirrors, but you got attacked by these shadows and they drained your strength. Dave especially got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I got.
His strength modifier was decreased by 4, I think.
No, it's just a strength. That would take off 2.
Oh yeah, it's just a strength score, not a modifier, sorry. And for Varrock it was, I think, 2 points.
Yep, which dropped me by 1.
So you made your way through this hallway, quite beat up, but you found yourself in a familiar place, the forest of pillars that you found pretty early on when you started your delve into this dungeon for the first time. It's the place with the certain death this way carving that was pointing southwards. You in the end decided to go north, where you found Lavender Bee Whisper, the elf who was attacked by the Griggs. So you're actually pretty close to the entrance of this dungeon. You can faintly hear the sounds of the yawning portal in the distance. What do you guys want to do?
Okay, so following that last kind of fight, I wasn't here, so I'm not entirely sure. Were the effects of that permanent or just temporary?
As far as you know, they are well, they haven't worn off yet. It's literally like 5 minutes later. You could make
Right,
a
okay.
intelligence check if you know anything about it, or maybe an let me check the.
Would religion be appropriate for undead-ish? Or Arcana?
Arcana, more likely. Religion, yes, probably, but you'd have to roll pretty high. Let's say it like that.
So just in character then. Well, sorry, for my character because I wasn't here.
Mhm.
What were the like? What were the effects of this? Like, were they being stabbed by the shadows or
creatures
like?
drain your strength quite literally.
Right, so they looked like they were
Your-
being drained.
Yes, your strength score decreases.
Okay. Right, no, sorry, just so I know. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Almost like exhaustion.
Can we all be checking for Arcana on that?
Sure, if you want. Go ahead.
I've got 14.
21.
That's a total of 20.
Nice. Okay.
That's not good dice for this.
So, working together, you surmise that these effects are not permanent, but they would require a long rest to heal. You would
Okay.
need to, sleep it off, basically.
So, following the kind of battle, and we've kind of cleared out into this hallway, as the kind of resident medic, I guess, or I guess there are a couple of people who can do healing magic, but my background is in that kind of stuff. I'd be looking for any wounds and things like that around the party, just to kind of assess who's badly beat up.
I'm hurt.
Okay.
I also took a little damage, but I can fix that. Lay on hands.
Okay, so
Please, on the front of the children.
Thrown seeing that like a couple of people were pretty badly hurt. So, do you think we should rest here within the forest of pillars?
About what time is it in relation to the last time we had a rest?
You took a long rest. Let me try to remember.
It was in the crystal dragon.
Oh yes.
Thing,
So
I think.
I would say maybe 2, maybe 3 hours later. It wasn't that long. You if you remember, you took a long rest. You went through the door north where you found the key in the big wall. What's the right word? Relief.
The fresco?
Relief.
Fresco.
Thank you. And after that, you 2 hours maybe, 3 hours max. If you count the if you're generous, it's 3 hours.
I mean, I'm okay. I can carry on. Just if somebody wants to chuck healing hands at me,
Yeah, I'll drop a cure wounds on you.
Okay.
It'll not help much, but it'll be something.
How much?
I don't know what the hell I can do.
Well, the bard
How
should
do I
have
bard?
healing word.
I only got hit
Fairly
for
certain
10,
healing
so-
word is a standard for bard.
That's
You may
correct.
not have selected that one.
I mean,
Like-
you also remember you're close to the entrance. You could easily go back to the
Exit for a little while.
portal.
Well, I have Song of Rest. So
Go to
I
sleep,
can
go to
give everyone D6, 1d6 hit point.
Bless you.
Everyone. I don't know if I need it actually. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, sorry, I sneezed.
I'm not hurt.
No. I could use 1 hit point. Have a
Well,
small
you're
cut in my
guaranteed
finger.
Actually, your sneezing just reminded me that was a tactical
Oh, yeah.
sneeze of yours.
It was a what?
As you sit and talk among each other, discussing your tactics on how to push forward. You hear a sneeze, like a achoo! And right in the middle of you, like right here, appears a tabaxi that looks as follows. This is Chris, where you can describe your character to the others.
I am a female tabaxi, about 25 years old. I am about 6 foot tall, slim, and I am wearing some studded leather armor and a cloak, a sort of dark blue cloak. And I appear in the middle of you, sneezing.
Whoever
Did you say 6 feet tall?
Whoever the tabaxi is, like, appears in midair, like 2 or 3 feet off the ground, just falls on the ground. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Of course. This was not in the script. God freaking damn it, 8.
You land on your butt. You like thump. Sit there between all these other people.
2 questions.
Yes.
For Chris, did you say you were 6 feet tall-ish?
Yeah, approximately, yeah.
And DM, did you say that she fell into the middle of the room, which is where I'm standing?
Here, in between
In the
you.
middle of in the middle of the group.
Okay, so I'm not being crushed under a big cat.
No. They don't land in any of your spaces.
Okay.
I'm just in the middle of finding a fitting token. There aren't much.
Well, Beryl rears up and huffs and like kind of lets out a low growl, and I pull my sword and hammer.
My fur bristles a little.
I carry on sneezing a couple of times and then sort of get it under control and sort of dust myself off. Who are you guys? Where am I? And where's the town gone?
You've just appeared in the middle of our group. Who are you?
Well, I'm Timber, and I was in a town surrounded by about 20 or 30 folk a minute ago who are no longer here. So where is here?
Well, I was going to say that's a long story, but maybe it's not. You're in the Undermountain.
And where is another? Where is an Undermountain?
Under the
It's
city,
Waterdeep.
Oh, okay.
Where were you before?
Well, not here. I was just in a little village, probably about 30 or 40 miles outside of Waterdeep. Probably on fire now, but nothing we can do about it now. What are we doing down here?
Never heard of an incendiary teleport.
Yeah, it doesn't really work like that. I just sort of do. I'm a wild magic sorcerer, and I just happen to also be highly allergic to magic. So it sort of if you've noticed, I'm sort of covered in fur, and it sort of sticks to it, and yeah, when the sneezes start, stuff just starts flying. So you guys will be fine though. We're in a confined space. It'll be totally okay.
Beryl takes like a few steps back and steps slightly to the side of Beryl, so the Beryl's like just kind of in the way. What do you mean things will be fine?
Well, the people that were about to lynch me are probably dead, so I'll be fine. What are we doing down here? What are you doing down here?
We're on a rescue mission. Says
We're looking for someone.
the goblin that you almost fell on top of.
Who are we rescuing?
A friend of mine.
Okay. Well, I was looking for, or I have been looking for a cure for my particular ailment for about 20 odd years. I haven't been here before, so I'm happy to try and find it down here. I also don't know the way out. And to be honest, word will probably get to Waterdeep that I've blown up a small village just outside, so I might just be better if I was be scarce for a while and just didn't show my face.
Well, nobody will find you down here.
Works for me.
Well, we found her down here.
Or did she find us?
I think she found us. I think that's the more accurate representation. We weren't looking for her.
Nope, I definitely found her. It was me. I did it. I found the thing.
Freckle
I
just
puff
nods,
up-
backing
puff
this
up
up without
proudly.
question.
The beauty of this little arrangement is that I may just start sneezing and disappear at some point. Whether or not you guys die in the process is kind of up for grabs, but the odds are about 1 in 100, so you know it's kind of on your side, really.
Fine. It's fine.
Great. What would that be actually? When was it Timber? Did you say?
That's me.
When you mentioned about your fur kind of catching wild magic and stuff, Theron has slipped on a pair of like goggles that have like a number of little lenses on them, and I'm gonna try and investigate a little bit more about what that might mean. Maybe like see if I can figure out like how that works, or he'd be interested in knowing like what the process is behind how magic can stick to fur. I think is what I'm getting at. If I can start to.
How close are you getting to me?
He's still like a ways away. He's behind Beryl. He's not. He's old, but he's not stupid.
Cool.
Well,
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's old, but he's not. He's not reckless. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
He knows that you might be
Why he's old?
pretty. Exactly. He knows you might be quite a danger. So he's staying a little bit back. I'm just trying to like investigate, or maybe like an arcana. I don't know, some kind of check, but I'm not sure.
All right. So you're sitting in the forest of pillars. You just met a new friend.
We've got a new friend.
You have basically two options now. You can go to the east in this direction, see and head back
It's
to
the
Yawning
way
Portal.
out.
Or you can go south. That's the only direction you haven't explored yet. You came from here, and you've seen what's north. I mean, that's the two most obvious options. You obviously can go wherever the hell you want. This is Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah, these are my suggestions.
I say we go south.
Does anyone have a notebook? Something to write with?
I don't have one on me.
I have things to
From
write
checking
with, but
my-
no notebook, unfortunately.
I'll be honest.
You have
I'm
something to write with, but nothing to write on?
Yes. You used up the last of my paper before I got here.
I like reach into my pockets and pull out like a handful of crumpled music sheets.
Does
We
anybody
should
have
leave
mending?
notes for your friend, Theron.
In case he's
in
wandering
case.
around.
Like we are.
Perhaps. If we have someone said, well, So I think we said this out of character. Does anyone have any ink?
I do.
And can we maybe leave some messages on the wall, or
Quill, well, what would you like to write?
I'm not sure. We need to let him know that we're looking for him, and that we're down here. I just don't know if leaving a message at the beginning of this maze will help. But perhaps as we continue, we could leave messages as we go. I don't know. What do you all think?
Since we
Seems-
found the place that was so close to where we entered, would it be reasonable to assume that we could, like, write an arrow, hey, the entrance is that way, on the wall?
Good point. So,
Won't we recognise this room though? If we got back to it.
we will, yes, but others might not if they've gotten themselves lost.
Oh, I see. Right.
So, Varrock will take his ink and quill and stand over here on this spot
Mm-hmm.
and just draw an arrow and then out. Exit.
I will help with the marking and go over to one of the pillars and start scratching on it.
I did not think that sentence was going to end with scratching.
It was a nice surprise.
I am a civilized tabaxi, okay?
Of course you are.
Literally cats.
If there are no obstacles and if someone's willing to loan me a thing to write with, I'll go, like, pretty much all the way back to the entrance, follow this path going out. That
Yeah, sure.
Somebody hand me a Sharpie. Can I do that?
Yeah, of course.
You can
Okay.
use my ink, it's fine.
Thank
Ink and
you.
quill.
Then I'll go and write it up. I think from here there's a long room and then sort of curves around like that and then... but I don't think that there's anywhere that you can go other than the way out if you keep going in that direction. So,
Mhm.
like, one arrow will do it.
Yeah, it's just the hallway, and then it kind of goes back up north, and then it's just the entrance.
Right.
There's
and
that
then,
secret door that we opened, but it's a secret door, so
Yeah.
not as big a deal.
and then I'd also like to go back through the Hall of Mirrors and write on the first pillar, like over there. That way out.
You can do that.
Okay. Did you
And also,
Sorry, carry on.
and then
Okay.
also up here.
I assume you do that with all 4 directions.
Yeah.
You can do that. What are the others doing in the meantime?
Can I ask from the last session? Did you the shadows that were in the room with the alcoves, were they destroyed, or did they just? Do we know?
You'll know if I scream.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Pretty much, we're not sure. We
Right,
broke
we just
all the
like-
mirrors, but it doesn't. We broke all the mirrors, but it doesn't seem like the mirrors were the actual focus of the manifestation. So
Right. Okay. Cool. Fair enough.
No, but I'm going to walk in perfectly trustingly as if I think that that's totally fine.
Fair enough.
I'm
Girl
going
will be like just behind you as you walk that way, though.
I've taken note of the fact there's actually another tabaxi in the room. Hey, what's up?
It's the traditional tabaxi greeting.
You say that in your Tabaxi language. So Tabaxi
Yeah.
language.
Yes, precious. My cat has come to demonstrate Tabaxi language. Come here, darling. Come here. Up. Ow! She can't hear you. Yeah. My precious. Get on the desk.
So Gretel is marking the exit for other adventurers.
Graffiti.
Marking.
And until
Tagging
we run out of
everything
cheaping.
in sight.
Until we run out of
uh.
cheaping, I'm gonna just keep doing that everywhere we go. This way
Oh,
out.
I'm gonna like go around like scratching up all the pillars and stuff.
I'm still pretty focused on tumble. I keep saying that. Is that right?
Timber.
Timber. God, I'm gonna say tumble. That's really annoying.
Tumble's my
Tumble.
right.
Tumble. Sounds like a cat name, right? Tumble. No, no,
Well, it's a character on Cats.
And also, I'm gonna take a quick look at Steve just to see if he needs Dave. You really should have picked a different name. Doesn't sound just right. Just to make sure he's okay and healed up.
I mean, Farron is old. He can't remember names very well.
I can't remember names, and it's going to work as a character, like character trait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is Dave still looking hurt?
Really? Yeah. Well, he took 10 hit points of damage, so
Okay.
it's pretty big hit for him.
Right. Then I'm going to. Theron's going to like look in his pack and pull out this kind of little box with like a crystal on top, and he's going to run it like over you. It's going to look a little weird and it'll feel very strange, but he'll give you not much 5 hit points.
That's right.
Back and cast a
This is
level
some
1
Star
cure wound.
Trek stuff.
Thank you.
It's all just science.
This is some Star Trek-ish.
I'm gonna start wandering south here.
Yeah.
So we knew from someone before that there were bugbears to the south, right? Someone mentioned that, I remember.
Yes, that was the elf we rescued from the Grell.
Right. Okay. He said not to go south, or did he say not to go south because of the bugbears, or
To
just
be
to be
careful because there's yeah.
Right. Okay. So if we're all agreed, then I think we should continue. Yes. Would you like to
Yeah.
come with us, Timber? Oh, I almost said Tumble.
Just because did anyone re-mention the thing about the bugbears just now? Or was that all out of character?
So that was out of character.
Hmm. Do I remember about the bugbears? I don't remember about the bugbears.
Then I'll just keep going.
As we go past, there is still a sign that says "certain death" to the south, right? Surely we might
That's
pause
good, yeah.
once we see that. But no, we're going past it. Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Does a 15 succeed intelligence check to remember bugbears?
Yeah, you recall that the vampire nerds told you about bugbears.
That's right, it was the vampire nerds. We should proceed with
Vampire
caution.
Oh,
There are bugbears down this way somewhere. I remember the actors
Also, Chris, by the
mentioning
way,
it.
this is your character. Oh, you got him. Okay.
Oh, I like bugs, but I don't really like bears.
Yeah, I'm here.
So he's just gonna keep proceeding, but a little bit slower.
I'll go slower and check for traps, listen for bears, and get my crossbow ready. My shoot. Is this a crossbow or a shortbow character? I really
Shortbow.
want to keep this straighter in my.
Yeah, and as I'm sort of blindly following everyone down here because I don't want to get left by myself, can I smell any bugbears or anything that doesn't smell right?
Shortbow.
Make a perception check.
Oh, hell yeah. There are too many tabs open.
Ooh, the room's gotten weird now.
19.
oh, yeah.
All right. You can definitely smell goblins and bugbears,
Sounding
we don't
like.
smell.
but you can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything, you say?
Yes, you can smell, but you can't hear anything.
Okay. Okay, I basically quietly pass on that information to the group, being like, guys, where the hell are we going? Also, I've forgotten all your names, and I can smell some bugbears.
Now
I
that
don't
he's
smell
mentioned
any
it, I'm going to
bears.
take a sniff as well. I don't smell anything.
Okay, that's cool, but I'm a cat and I can smell stuff. So like I don't really, I can't remember your name, let alone what your sense of smells like.
Actually, you probably would know because you have a good sniffer that my sense of smell must be terrible because I smell awful. I really smell like the backside of an alley.
Ew.
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, to be
you
perfectly honest,
you
am
come
I
to
smelling
the
you?
you come around the bend of this hallway, which must have been a dead end at some point, because the tunnel that you see before you is definitely man-made. Someone has dug through through the wall here, and it's kind of like curving around, and it is quite like it's barely 5 feet in height, and even smaller. So anyone who's taller than that has to duck down, obviously.
Pretty much just going to be crawling on hands because I'm 6'8".
Yeah.
There's no ducking down. There's no crouching. This is full on hands and knees.
Barrel fits, but it's tight. Like especially around like the first bend, and then the second bend, you can definitely hear some metal scratching on stone.
Right. Okay.
What is this?
Come again?
Yeah, she lets out like some low grumbles as she's like kind of follow me through at the back.
Varrock is definitely water. Not enough room for people live like this.
You also find like in front of the tunnel and along the tunnel, you know, despite other than gravel and rubble, you find tools, discarded tools like pickaxes and stuff like that.
I found a giant star.
You also find a giant star. The giant star is actually another statue. It is is about 10 feet high. There's rubble all over the floor, all over, like in front of its feet, like going to about shin high. It's depicting a woman, but the head is missing. Other than that, you see a dead goblin lying on the floor in front of the statue, like a few feet out.
Anybody I know?
You know what? Roll just a straight d20. Let's make it a destiny die roll.
6.
Nope, never see him.
Is that what I can smell?
Yeah.
This is the thing that I can smell.
Yes.
So can we tell how it died?
Yeah, can I do a check?
Oh yeah, you don't need to make a check. That's
Okay.
a pretty easy call because the head is pretty gruesomely caved in.
No, okay.
Someone's caved its head in.
That's not nice.
Thanks, Sherlock.
Probably a bugbear, maybe.
Going through the pockets and belongings, if there are belongings in pockets.
You don't find much. You find
ID, sunglasses.
yeah. You find its driver's license. No.
Keys to a
Your
Porsche.
clothes,
But its
your
head is
keys,
also
and your
caved in.
motorcycle.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, you yeah, the driver's license head is caved in, like on the photo. No. No, you find more tools. You find like chisels and stuff like that. Whoever this goblin was, they must have worked on this tunnel. You surmise. Like they look like they're not wearing any armor or anything. They're wearing just plain, pretty
Work
scrappy linen clothing. Um,
work things.
work things, yes.
Hmm.
Could
Smock.
have worn a hard hat, but you know.
Jeez.
Well, them's the breaks.
Mm.
I will pick up one of the rubble things and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Darren's going to turn to the group and just say, "Be careful, my friends. There must be something here that's dangerous. Something must have done this." And then he's going to ready his shield and hammer.
I'm gonna look up at the ceiling above, directly above the goblin.
It's a perfectly fine ceiling.
Timber also looks up a bit confused. Like, what are we looking at?
Can I have a look at the statue? See if I recognise it, even without the head.
Make a history check.
History. Right. God. Roll. 16.
Doesn't seem familiar to you.
Does this room look like other rooms we've been in? Like it's the path was man-made or goblin-made, I guess, but the room we've entered, does it look the same as the rest of the kind of?
Yeah. The room does look similar. Like it's the same. The walls are the same stone and everything. Whoever did this was doing this for shortcuts. You're not sure. You do
Right,
see
okay.
two sets of doors. You see one to the west, and you can see a double door to the east.
I'm
Double-
small. I'm gonna go with this one.
Okay. It's a pretty sturdy looking door. It's different than the others that you found so far. In that it's not just wood, but it's reinforced with iron. There's also like a tiny window in it, like with metal bars, kind of like a
Prison door.
almost.
Can we see any light or
Nope.
anything else glowing through? No.
Well, you're an elf, so you have dark vision. By the way, this entire dungeon so far is pitch black. You can only see because you have dark vision. All of you except for Varrock, who has night vision goggles.
Right. Okay.
So you can see through the door. There's not through the door, through the window in the door. You see stone.
Is
Okay.
this an open window or a glazed window?
It's just an open window with metal bars.
What about these
Okay.
double
It's more
doors?
like a hole in the door with metal bars.
What about these the double doors? Is that the same?
No, they look more like the normal doors you found, like all the other doors.
Can we hear anything?
Make another perception check.
Okay.
While they're all looking around at the doors and stuff, I'm going to be looking at the statue to see if we can. We've come across similar statues before. They've all had those kind of weird magic pearls in them.
Mhm.
See if I can figure out a way of finding one there as well.
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
My perception was 12.
That's not good.
No.
Okay.
You don't hear anything now. What did you roll, Farrell?
My investigation is +3, 5.
You find nothing. A
was
lot of
like-
I'm gonna
rubble.
go back.
Yep. You
I'm
still have a
gonna go
head, I
back
think.
And, you move the goblin out of the center of the walking area and off to the side,
Mhm.
and take some of its outer clothing and cover the head,
All right.
and then get back to everybody else.
So we'll
Did we-
try.
Oh,
sorry.
and also right this way out.
Did we check? Did we check the goblin for? We went through his pockets and stuff, right?
I think
You
so,
did that.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, Grackle did.
Good. Okay, just in case I had one of those magic things on it. Okay. And then once I'm done with the statue, I'm just gonna head back to the doors then and help the others.
I think maybe we should try this door on the left.
Alright.
I'm okay with that. We can open it.
Is it locked?
Let me check for traps first.
Make a perception check.
Always best.
I fail.
Oh,
I fail unless there's a blinking sign that says trap here.
What did you roll?
Okay, no trap. I'll try to open it.
5 plus 5 plus 11 total.
Yeah, you don't find any traps. You're also
Yes.
pretty small, right?
Oh yeah.
So no, you don't find anything.
Oh no.
It's really tall. You'd find a trap.
Right?
It's fine. There's no trap.
I
This
need
is
to
fine.
know. I need to know where you guys are standing for no reason at all, and I need to know who's opening the door.
I'll be right here checking for traps, right smack in the door.
I'm standing exactly where I'm standing.
I'm standing where I'm standing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm where I am in Pearl's, just at the side.
How am I? Why did I couple these up? I don't want to couple up my character to someone else's. I just want. Thank you. Okay. No, I'm right in front of the door. There are clearly no traps here. Everything's fine.
Yeah,
And
I'm right in
I'll
front of the door as well.
open it or unlock it if it's locked. At least I'll attempt to unlock it.
So the door opens in your direction, inward, and as you open the door, it like you push down the handle. It swings open surprisingly easily because it flies in your direction, and a small avalanche of rocks and rubble and stone comes sliding into the room. Who's that standing in front of the door? That's we
Me.
have Copper Kettle with Dave and Greckle. I need you three to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
That's a nat 20!
Yay!
I got 11.
What is my
Cat
saving
reflexes.
throw? 11.
All right, good.
No
You all
cat reflexes.
You all managed to jump out of the way. Nobody gets hurt by the falling rocks. But yeah, you're looking into the doorway. It's just whatever was there. Like if it was a hallway or a room or whatever, it must have collapsed because it's just blocked off completely. There's unless you want to spend the time clearing this all the rubble, there's
Okay,
no
that
way
way.
of getting through there.
We have a dwarf with stone cunning. I wonder if they would be able to tell if it was worth trying to dig or if it's just.
I don't know. What does the dwarf
I don't
say?
know. Dwarf has kind of seen this, and I don't know if I would think to look. I think I'd probably think that. Well, okay. Yeah, no, I would actually. I'm a dwarf.
Architecture, man, this is your thing.
I know, right? So how would I do that, Jan?
You could make. Let me see what would fit here. You could You could roll on. Do you have masonry or something like that as a skill? No.
I don't think I do. I think it's. No, it's more smithing and
How about
tinkering.
insight or something like that?
No, inside is more for yourself.
But stone
Yeah.
cunning should have some.
Do I have stone cunning?
You're a dwarf, so yeah.
Yeah. Where is it?
Maybe wisdom?
If you want, you can make a
Feature.
you can make either a perception check, with the reasoning that you're, looking at the things before you, or you can make a history check, just for, and we'll call it dungeon history or whatever.
Says whenever you make a history check related to the origin of stonework, you're considered proficient in history skill and double your proficiency bonus. Apparently. But yeah, I mean, whatever. So
You can make any roll really, if you want
okay,
to.
let's just roll and see if it can probably not do very well. I didn't do very well, guys. Let's see, 6 plus my proficiency bonus, I guess.
What's a proficiency bonus?
3, sorry. So yeah, 9. I was trying to find it on this page. So yeah, 9. So I'll go over and have a look just to see if I could tell if it's worth trying to dig through here.
It looks like a classic collapse, like you've seen many in mines or stuff like that. You assume it's shoddy craftsman work, or maybe it's just neglected maintenance. You assume whatever could be in this room would be smashed, like, and it would take you several hours to clean this out.
So Theron's seeing the rubble fall out of the door, and his friends being kind of smashed a bit. Comes over and has a look and says, "Looks like the room's collapsed. I don't think there's much beyond there."
Let's go the other direction then.
I'm not trying a door this time.
Stand at the back.
I will throw open the doors again.
I will check again for traps if no one impedes me.
You do not find any traps.
Just flat out. Okay.
Yep.
Door
Open the
is
door.
unlocked.
Whoops. Just spoiled yourself. You guys. Whoops. Do you open the door?
Yes.
Shoop.
Should we announce ourselves first? Uh-oh.
So before you see
No.
the more hallways. The big difference, the first thing you notice is there are candles in small, tiny alcoves floating in the air, burning but not producing any smoke.
Hello.
There's there's wax dripping off them, but it's not hitting the floor. Like, it's just like a visual effect, kind of.
Guys, I think we found Hogwarts dining room.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, these candles are in pretty regular distances, or in a pretty regular pattern. They are lining this hall, or this hallway.
Oh.
The next thing you notice is how absolutely clean everything is. Like the floor, the wall, the ceiling.
I'll fix that.
There's not a single hair on the floor. Also, the entire stone of this, like the stone of the floor, of the walls, of the ceiling, is smooth to a point where it's almost shiny. It's polished. Yeah, that's what you see.
All right, I see how clean it is here, and I immediately start.
Doing what?
It's like you're scratching on the surface.
No, I'm shedding everywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, the otherwise impeccable floor has now a small heap of copper kettle hair.
That's better.
Dandruff.
Theron's going to run his hand along the stone and just say, impressive work. Can I identify the type of magic that would be holding these candles in place? Or is it worth doing? Probably not.
If you want to, sure. Don't ask me if it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm asking myself, I suppose. What's that? So yeah. Well, okay. Would I be doing an Arcana check, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 16.
This is definitely some sort of illusionary magic. You presume something like dancing lights or prestidigitation. But in like just in a larger scale, these lights are everywhere. Actually, now that I'm seeing are you even seeing these lights? Should be. Anyway, there's just these small circles of light that illuminate.
Theron has his goggles back on and is looking at the candles and speaking what you've just said aloud to people might assume the group, I guess, or to himself, I guess. He's just speaking simple cantrip, but on such a massive scale. It's very interesting, and he's just kind of wandering as he's running his hand along the wall.
Right. What direction are you wandering?
Probably straight ahead, I think.
So to the east.
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, I hate making the decision. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll just keep walking. Barrel kind of close behind.
I'll reach up and like bap one of the floating candles.
It's actually there. Like you hit it. It wiggles a bit, and then it rights itself again. Like it's physically there.
Cool. Can I take it?
Sure, you can try.
I'll reach up and.
Are you taking it out of the out of the niche? Are you taking the candle out of the place where it's held?
Yes.
As you do that, every single candle that you can see, all of the others, are falling down. And
what did you do?
My ears are back. I'm just like, I didn't do anything.
I was like, interesting.
Gretel, you're in front. Make a perception check.
Okay. Well, that was poor. Perception is plus... Oh, actually not terrible. 12.
Right. You can hear a sound. It's kind of an unpleasant sound. It sounds like
awkward,
like a sloshing sound. But you can also hear a voice. You hear it's like a very high pitch voice. You can't quite make out yet what it's saying, but you can definitely hear it.
I'll turn around and just motion everybody to hush and try listening again. Come on up, darling.
I've got keen senses. Can I try to listen?
Sure.
Perception check.
Yeah, go for it.
Perception. 11. They're good.
You do hear the high-pitched voice, but you can't make out any words.
Can I tell what language it might be?
No, not Vision 11. You only hear, like, it's like, you know that when you're about to fall asleep and you hear someone talking, and you're not really listening to the words, just to the voice. That's kind of how it sounds to you.
It's like being at work.
Did everybody in fact hush? Should I roll again, or should not?
I mean, you can try to listen either way.
I think I will.
Mm-hmm.
That's better. Plus, I just had this 20, dirty 20.
All right. So the first thing you hear is the sloshing sound getting closer.
Mm.
The second thing you hear
No, I got it.
is a voice, high pitched, and it's saying, "Greetings, surface dwellers. I mean you no harm. I am merely a traveler, as are you. May I approach? I assure you that I will do you no ill."
I get my short bow ready.
And as you peek around the corner, you see a wall of slime. Just
Ooh.
like the hallway just ends in a dead end, and there's just a wall of gelatinous slime.
Ew.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, goody.
Can we all see
Can I
this?
roll an Arcana check to see if I know what it is?
I think.
Grackle is currently the only one in the lead.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Gretel's the only one that can see it.
Did it?
Okay. I'm gonna lean back and whisper to my fellows what I'm seeing. Describe it in as great a detail as I can see.
And that's an Arcana check. Oh, yes.
Color.
That's an 18.
Could be Arcana or History if you like.
I got a 1.
I'll describe it by
I don't know what it is.
Got an
visual
18.
picture, color, size, and I'll say what I heard. Did that voice sound like singing?
Huh?
Did it sound like it was singing? Because when you were saying its words, it kind of sounded like you were singing.
That's what it sounded like. That's what you heard.
Okay.
I performed it perfectly. No,
No.
it's just
Jan's sing-song voice.
You know, that's the lovely sound of a German voice.
It is a lovely sound. I love German.
Sorry?
Oh, I was gonna say, can I do an insight check to see if it's telling the truth? Like if it means it's no harm.
Sure. So first things first. Dave, you have no idea.
Nope.
That it sounds like something out of a nightmare to you. Varrock, you know of gelatinous cubes. They are non-sentient or semi-sentient, kind of like jellyfish creatures.
They're like giant amoeba that basically end up cleaning corridors to a nice, polished shine.
They
sweep up stray adventurers' bodies.
They absorb everything that comes in their way, and there are quite the infamous encounter in a dungeon.
Is it an amorphous blob, or does it have a specific shape?
It's a cube. The thing is,
It's
Yes.
it is so huge. It's taking up the entire hallway, and this is a 10 by 10 feet room. This is ginormous. These things usually don't get that tall. They're like
see
maybe
it.
5 feet,
Uh,
like 5
uh-huh.
cubic feet if you want to be specific. But this one is gigantic.
How fast is it moving?
It's not moving at all currently.
Okay.
And did Varuk tell us what it is? And does he know its properties? And did he?
Having realized what it is, don't approach. It
Do you
will
know if
consume
these
you.
things can actually talk?
They definitely
No.
cannot.
I think someone's decided to play a little prank and gave it a voice.
Again,
It's
you
so
hear.
jiggly.
Again, yeah, it's jiggling quite a lot. It's like a giant
Jello.
jello.
Cube.
Gross.
It's
Uh,
the color. It's a light blue color. And like the sloshing sound has stopped now that it stopped moving, but you can still hear like a slight sizzling and bubbling as it touches like the floors and the wall and everything.
It's highly acidic.
And it's again it speaks and it says, "I don't mean you any harm. May
I wanna touch it."
approach?" Do you
Can
say
we
it out
all
loud?
hear it now? Can I
Can
do all
we-
hear it?
Yeah, you can all
Sorry.
hear it.
Okay.
What?
Can I do
wanna
that
touch
insight
it.
check?
Yeah,
But
sorry, yeah, go for it. Also,
did Varuk tell us?
11.
It's not intelligent and it can't speak.
Did you tell us about its other properties? Like,
That it's acidic and that it will swallow you whole, yes.
excellent. I put away my short bow and start fussing around in my bags for my alchemy kit.
So, Timber, you don't feel like it's, yeah, you don't feel like it's lying, but you never talked to a gelatinous cube before, so you're not quite certain. Copper Kettle, did you say, I want to touch it out loud?
I'm just like sneaking forward slowly.
Is Copper Kettle is Copper Kettle a child?
He's young. He's pretty young.
Okay.
You hear, again, you hear the voice, and it says, "Small furry friend, I advise you to stay at a distance."
That's me. I'm small and furry.
when
Can we
Thrawn
ask
hears
the-
this,
can we
Copper
ask the
Kettle says,
voice-
"Copper." Not Copper Kettle. Sorry, Thrawn says to Copper Kettle, Come back, please."
"Sadly,
can we
my
ask-
nature is not very social."
So it's definitely the cube that's talking, yeah?
Wait, does it have a
Seems like it.
GLaDOS? Does it have a GLaDOS voice?
I was not going for it, but it sounds like it does, yeah.
Sounds like it.
It reminded me of Mr. Burns in that episode of Simpsons where he's
Yeah.
on drugs.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
He's bringing us peace and love. Kill him.
What do we do about a gelatinous cube in a corridor? They can
The
talk.
usual solution is a fireball.
Oh.
However, in this particular case, that
fireball
would be a
it.
mistake.
It said it's our friend. Maybe it'll scoot aside for us.
Let's have a conversation with the gelatinous cube. Yeah. They're sounding more and more
While they're
concerned.
figuring out what to do about it, I'm already mixing up chemicals and putting them into a largish glass flask.
Is that like a different way?
There's a
Oh no.
Oh.
No. I'm in the corner now.
That's a
Me-
wonderful idea.
Maybe we can get it to come in here for a moment while we pass.
Someone's going to say, what are you doing down here exactly? And how can you talk? I think I've been like doing the dungeon delving thing for a while, so I'd probably met a gelatinous cube once or twice. I would imagine, in my past history. So I might know that it probably shouldn't talk. Or I've never met one that talks, maybe.
Yeah.
Not supposed to.
So what questions did you ask it?
What are you doing down here? And why can you talk?
It says, I was born down here. I'm not entirely sure why I can talk.
Where's the voice actually coming from?
It seems, Copper Kettle, you're the closest right now.
Mhm.
You notice that whenever it talks, the entire surface is vibrating. And that seems to be why it's talking. Like it's vibrating its entire body to make sound.
Huh.
That's
It's
why
purring.
kinda.
That's very.
Can we
That's
ask
not
it
creepy or
if it'll
anything.
let us pass?
I don't
I
know,
love
can you?
it.
Well, yeah, okay, we will. We'll ask it. Will you let us pass, Cube?
It says wait, let me find the right phrasing.
Hesitation.
No, that's me having a German brain trying to speak in English. It says, I will gladly let you pass. However, I have a question, a favor to ask if you like.
Sure.
Sure. What can we do for a giant gelatinous cube?
You see, I have never left this dungeon. No, well, I only heard of from other surface dwellers like yourself. Most of them are terrified of me and run away or attack me as soon as they see me. I am very saddened by this. I accidentally, sometimes even, swallow them. I don't intend to do this, but when they rush me, they sometimes tend to fall into me, and then there's nothing I can do. But I am very curious about the rest of this world. I'd like to see some of it.
Can you see?
I can sense. I wonder what sun feels like, or what flowers taste like. I was wondering if you would be so kind, given that you're the first to not immediately attack me, to take a piece of me with you. That way, I could experience in some way more. I am also very curious to see more.
Do we have
Do we
like
have a
little store it without it melting it?
Do we have a glass container of any kind?
I don't know if I would have.
So what you
Caustic chemicals in a glass container.
what you know is
Furiously.
what you know
No,
is touching gelatinous cube is a bad idea. It eats through your skin and through your flesh. It doesn't seem to consume steel, bones, glass, these kinds of things.
I've got a tinderbox and a mess kit. Could we go in one
Can
of
I
those?
ask
That'll-
him what its name is?
You want to ask what its name is?
Yes.
My name is Sandfoss.
Wait,
Stanford?
what?
No.
Sanford?
Yeah, his name is Manfred and Sons. No, Sandfoss. Santhos.
Xanthos.
Santos.
I'll call you
I don't
Sam for
trust-
short. How do we
So-
get a piece of you?
You could just slice. I do not mind.
I was gonna say, Copper Kettle. Can we have a?
Hold,
Can we have a minute?
wait.
Just hold on a second, Mister Xanthor. Xanthos.
Xanthos.
Really bad. Oh man.
Sam!
San. And we'll just have a little huddle here for a second.
I'll waddle back.
See this tiny cat in front of this ginormous wall of jello.
So Theron's going to say to the group very quietly, how do we feel about taking some of this with us? Do we trust it?
If we have a safe way to contain it, I don't see why not. I mean,
Better than fighting it.
if it attempts,
Trust him.
as long as most of us stay back and somebody gets ready to cast, if it does decide to attack.
No, it has allowed Copper Kettle to get very close without attacking. I don't know. We have ways of. I'm sure we've got ways of taking a piece of it with us. I mean, I have some tongs here, some
Greco,
tools.
your mage hand, would it be able to scoop out a piece?
It's another option.
Are you asking that in character?
Yes.
No. I continue mixing caustic chemicals in my little glass bottle. As big a glass bottle as the DM will let me say it is.
I can attempt to use my furry tabaxi mage hands to try and grab some of the jelly.
But the only person who has a glass container would be yourself, Grackle. Or you have an issue with this plan?
I've got a metal container, like a mess kit, I'm guessing.
Oh, right, okay.
In
Wouldn't
there.
be
I
able
have
to
a-
see anything out of a metal container.
Okay, maybe not.
That's it.
What if we poke holes in it?
I'd rather put this. I'd rather put whatever we're putting this in. I'd rather it was, airtight.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm concerned, Grackle. Do you have an issue with our plan? If we do decide to take it with us.
Varrock, your bag of holding is shaking.
Oh, no. I forgot about the bag of holding. Okay.
Timber turns around and is like, "Why is that?"
I'm going to
bag
assume
moving?"
it's the skull and pull out the skull. Yes,
Ah!
Timber's
it
like,
has yet.
"What
It
the
has
fuck?"
yet to work.
Gotcha!
Oh god, I
No,
forgot about this thing.
no. By the way, say hello to our new friend.
Ah!
What the shit?
Gotcha!
What?
And then aim it at the. Gelatinous
What's this
cube
thing's
and-
name again? Sorry, the skull.
Xanthos.
Zankoff.
Oh,
The
Bergrek, cloak. Coal hand.
coal hand.
Right. Okay.
Bergrek.
As you pull out the skull, and like you show it to Timber, Sanfors kind of vibrates again. And goes, "Ooh, is this what a skull looks like? It has eye holes. I never had eyes."
Theron's going to turn to the group and just say, "Did the thing just say woo?"
That is what it sounded like. Yes.
Bearcrack
Okay.
goes, "Ah! You're big and slimy and ugly. I like you."
We're all friends.
Should we just leave you here with this? What?
No, don't leave me alone.
Oh, okay.
But you wouldn't be alone. You'd have Xanthos to keep you company.
But then, what would you do without my insight? Huh? All my wisdom.
Your insight, your wisdom. Have we used any of that yet?
Get that?
And what do you know about this cube?
It's big and slimy. It's, blue.
Okay, back in the bag with you.
No, wait.
Yes? Anything further?
This must be some... This voice is actually hurting my throat. Jesus.
Yeah, but you've committed now, so.
Yeah.
No.
Let me take a sip of water.
Hurt yourself, please.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
This must be some sort of evil trick from Alistair. Like me. Nah. Looks trustworthy to me.
Okay, look, I'm gonna have to ask you to drop the voice because I can't understand what you're saying.
Jesus
You
Christ.
said some evil trick by who?
He said,
How is
this looks like some evil trick by Hallister. Like
Hallister.
someone played, like Hallister played a...
Yes,
like-
Hallis. We discovered that the mage who designed this dungeon is apparently named Hallister. We have one of his masks.
One of his masks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a
Right. Okay,
bronze
sorry, I missed
mask resembling Hallister.
Okay.
He says... So, Bearcrack says... This seems like the sort of humor Hallister would be into. Giving
Right.
intelligence to a thing and then trapping it or leaving it or forgetting about it. That's the kind of thing he does. Like the closet full of skulls.
Mhm.
That's a Hallister classic.
Sorry, I got you now. I understand what you're saying. I just didn't know who Hallister was.
Oh,
That's
it's a
fine.
classic. Yeah. Ah.
Hmm. So, I mean, I'd say to the group, if this is the kind of thing that the architect would do, then maybe this is just an innocent gelatinous cube.
Yeah,
say we-
he's our friend now.
I say we give it a chance.
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
okay? I think it's ready.
So Gretel has a bottle of hissing liquid of
Hissing, bubbling, greenish, caustic liquid.
Grackle, if we take a piece of this with us, are you okay with that?
In what?
Preferably in one of your glass jars if we can.
How about me?
You are going back in the bag.
No! I'm serious! Listen.
Hmm?
How about me?
It would leak out of you.
What? No.
We'll keep the keep the cube in you. Okay, no, I didn't understand what you meant. No, not in you.
You want my advice? Then you don't want it.
How about this, Grackle? If we take a piece of it and it betrays us, you can be the first to destroy it with your concoction there.
If you take a piece of it, it'll be too late. If we use this right now, it won't. It's acidic. He said so.
I mean, yeah, it's a gelatinous cube.
I'm not certain that adding more acid to the creature will harm it.
It's not acid, it's caustic. It's the opposite of an acid.
She's going to neutralize it.
It's an alkali.
You see Xanthos actually quivering a bit and moving like an inch around the corner,
In which direction? Towards us or the other way?
away from you.
Away.
Oh no, you scared him!
I think if we do this, we have to be in agreement.
How about this? If Xanthos wants to go into that little cubby right there and let us pass, we'll go past it and then it can go that way. If it doesn't... Yeah?
I'm not sure we have enough of that for a 10 foot by 10 foot cube.
10 foot by 10 foot by 10 foot. That's how cubes work.
Exactly. Sorry. Yes, that's what I meant.
It's a start.
But then it'll finish us.
Well, there's also this. I'll fire just a little firebolt cantrip off into an innocuous direction. We're okay. Huh? Right?
I thought
You're
the
the ones
deal.
who trust him.
I thought the deal was if we take a piece of him, he'll let us pass.
We'll let
That's what
him
he said.
pass if he'll just pass. If he'll let us pass, we'll pass. No harm, no foul. If he doesn't, don't start stuff, won't be stuff. That's my philosophy. Huh?
How about we take a vote?
Well,
I vote to be friends.
how do the rest of you feel? Should we trust this thing, or should we just...
I think
Attack
if we can keep it safely contained, it shouldn't be a problem.
I agree.
Either way, we're going to have to get it into that cubby. Right?
Yeah,
Because we want to go that way. Don't
it'll
we?
do that. It'll do that. It said.
Sure. So
And
it
if
can
it
go
doesn't,
in there,
then we...
and it lets us pass. If it doesn't let us pass, we can start the problem-solving process. And if it does, we honor its request.
Sounds fair.
All right. Let's try and convince it of that.
The thing that it's proposed.
I
So
think
we're
it's
proposing...
been listening the whole time.
Yeah.
So like...
Well, we
Awkward.
want to get past it first before we agree to take a piece of it.
Hey Sam, can you go in this hole here?
Sure thing.
It's like the nicest gelatin cube ever. Like, gelatinous cube ever.
Never had a character that had a conversation. A gelatinous
There,
cube.
that hole.
It just sloshes right in. Just thump.
Okay. So let's...
As we walk past it, I'm keeping everybody else who trusts it between me and it. Because I don't.
I walk past in front of it.
And it suddenly bursts out. No.
We're all absorbed.
So,
The end.
ends.
And you all die.
Disappointing.
You fools! Fell for
If
the
I cut a
oldest
piece
trick in
of
the
you,
book.
will it hurt?
It will, but it is an it is a damn it. I want to say victim, but that's the wrong word.
Acceptable
sacrifice you're going to
sacrifice?
make.
It is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Okay.
So we all scooch past and we're fine?
Yeah, there you don't have to scooch. There's like a 10-foot wide hallway you can comfortably.
I'm still
walk by.
scooching.
Okay.
Does not trust the cube.
You're
Okay.
sidling along the
No.
wall onto the opposite wall, eyeing it suspiciously. It's
Mhm.
just sitting there.
Making certain that everybody is between me and it.
Okay. So we safely get to the
Okay.
other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I can't cut you, but
We should
It'll hurt.
honor its agreement.
Okay. Okay, so now that we're past, I'm going to cap my bottle of alkali, put it back in the kit, and then take out an empty bottle with a glass stopper and mage hand a scooping, plonking thing.
Mhm. That's basically exactly how it works. Yeah.
Set it down, cap it, wrap it up. The bottleneck and the stopper, just wrap them up with a leather thong to make sure it stays forever. And then offer it to someone else to carry.
Theron will take it from you.
Actually,
As he
Farak says, I am resistant to acid. Perhaps I should carry it.
Then he'll hand it up to you.
Tie it on around my neck on a leather thong.
You hear kind of stereo, because it now has two voices. Can I make a request?
Of course.
What is your request?
Can I travel with my little furry friend?
Oh.
I can see no reason why not.
Yay!
Thank you.
I will hug the vial.
And it slips out, and you're consumed. Anyway.
Alright.
Okay. So we now have Zan with us. Zan? Or we call him?
Sam.
You say Zam? Zam. Cool.
Sandfoss nickname, Sam.
Zam.
Yeah, you still it's still kind of stereo, because it's speaking at the same time. It is a bit weird trying to separate my consciousness, but I will adjust in time. I thank you again, and I'd like to thank you and help you in any way that I can. There are things I know about this place. If you have questions, I would be more than eager to assist you.
I have one. Have you met a small gnome while you were recently?
It says, well, it asks you a question, and it says, a small gnome looking like this, and it describes how, and I think we never established how your friend looks, but it describes them in detail.
Okay.
So, sounds like it.
Right. And which direction did they go?
They did come through here, actually, quite right through the door that's at the end of this hallway.
Excellent. Thank you, Sam.
You are welcome.
What should we call your baby?
It is still me.
Sam Jr.
So will there now be two of you, or will you eventually shift into this?
Eventually, I hope there will be two of me. I am still one, but I hope to split into consciousness. We'll still be connected. That's at least what I hope. I will see. I am, to be honest, not quite certain. I am going out on a limb.
New experiences
be
all
fine.
around.
Grackle
Oh.
just mutters as she walks forward. What does it know of limbs?
I'm sure it sampled many.
Cute.
Oh, I love Sam. Okay.
Bye, Big Sam.
Hi, Big Sam. He doesn't say that in character, but yeah. That's what I would say.
I'll see you.
Every day.
Forever. We can feed it bugs.
Forever.
We can feed it bugs.
Indeed.
And then when it grows, we can feed it rats.
Maybe we shouldn't feed it anything?
Does it really need to eat?
I need
I'm not sure.
sustenance.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Everybody eats.
Talking about you like you're not here,
Everybody
Sam.
eats
Sorry.
and everybody poops. That's the rule.
I am
I
still...
take out my handful of rubble. Have this.
I don't think rocks will work. Otherwise, it would have eaten through the stone. Take some of the excess food from the last big meal we had.
I am fine
Just
with
a little.
vermin.
So, shall we continue?
Yeah, what do you
We have a
want?
direction now.
Let's go.
Okay, so head towards this door.
Try
Is
the
that a
door.
door? Open the door.
Throw open the door.
Check it for traps.
Does Copper Kettle throw open the door before Gretel gets to
Open the door.
Can we ask Sam if there's any traps on this door?
I'd say make an initiative check to see who's first, who's fastest.
Initiative?
Yeah,
Dave's-
just to see who's fast.
21.
Dave's asking Sam. Copper's throwing open the door and someone's checking for, Grackle's checking for traps.
That's a nat one.
You gotta throw open the door and you just kind of... just yawn.
You try to push the door open and you realize it's a pull.
Full.
It's a pull door, but you get to check it for traps now that Copper Kettle missed
Okay.
their chance.
Oh, that's not bad. That is investigation. 21.
It's a safe door. It's fine.
Combination lock?
No,
Or
it's
safe
not
as in sicher?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then I'll try to unlock.
It's not locked. It's just
Okay.
closed. But it's to pull open instead of to push open. Because
Open
otherwise
the door.
the gelatinous cube would be able to just go out. You open the door and you see
Yep.
Open the door.
Yeah.
another hallway. What a surprise.
Haha.
Fucking-
Man, this hallway simulator is just ridiculous.
I know, right?
We should probably let Santos into a space where the doors open in the direction it can push.
You just leave the door open.
Let's...
Like eventually, you know, eventually.
Maybe we can come back someday and let
Yeah,
him
we
out.
can prop it open.
Remove all the doors. Let
Attack the
Santos
door.
free!
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, so we'll open the door, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll use my rubble to like prop open the door for him.
That's not gonna bite us in the ass later. It's fine.
Definitely.
Oh wait, no, he'll
not.
be
This
okay.
is
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
This is totally fine.
So north or south? What do you guys think?
To be fair, I have not much knowledge beyond this point. I haven't left the hallways in a long time. To be honest, never. But there's people coming through. I don't know where they go. They usually do not come back. Be cautious.
So I'm gonna write on the wall here.
Mm-hmm.
Open door to leave. Be nice to.
Alright.
And also there.
I'm actually going to be right back in just a second.
Hmm.
Time for a break.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me up. Oh wait, no, never mind.
No, that sounds
No product placement.
Ugh, now I'm hungry.
Sponsored by.
What do I have in here? I have my own gelatinous cube. Look at this.
Don't eat it.
It's
Don't
like
eat it.
jelly. It's jelly.
What is it?
It's like jelly.
I was like, oh,
It's a jelly candy.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the jelly bugs. One of my Saturday gaming group people ended up getting like a big box of them, and they were just in these fairly tightly fitted packaging. These just jelly bugs.
Mm. I ate Sam.
oh no, that didn't last long.
Seriously though, what is that? Because it looked very wiggly.
It's just like you know like those little Jello cups. It's kind of like that, but in just a plastic package.
It's a packet instead.
Jigglers.
Some
I think I
chicklers.
saw a commercial about Jello jigglers. Does that sound right, or is that like a strip club?
It sounds like a strip club.
Why not both?
It does, doesn't it?
What did I come back to?
100%.
Never you mind.
Alright. So, you're standing in another hallway. It looks exactly the same as all the other hallways. It is continuing to north or to the south, and it seems to be making a bend to the east and to the south again, as far as you can tell when you go southwards.
I think we should go north just to eliminate the possibilities.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
facing north, so let's just go this way.
I'm gonna go north just because I think that we might wind up where we started, and then we'll know more about the layout.
Sure.
Okay.
Because it kind of seems
I'm
like,
with that plan.
if the notes I'm keeping.
As you go down the hallway and you turn the corner,
Oh jeez.
you see
Uh-oh.
two bugbears standing guard.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Have they spotted us yet?
A gaggle of bugbears.
You've been.
A bother of bugbears. Come on.
Have you been
Bother
stealthy?
bugbears.
You haven't.
Probably
Nope.
not.
No.
Probably not. No, you haven't said.
No. At
I mean,
least
you
this
would think
time we
that
didn't.
cat would be like naturally stealthy.
At least we didn't knock over a china cabinet.
Yeah, that would be silly.
Yeah,
Yes, it
That-
would.
The
It
one
would be
time. The one time.
very unhelpful.
that would be just. No, that would never happen. Alright, so everybody roll initiative.
Have we rounded the corner, or are we just like at the corner?
As you're at the corner, they look at you expectingly.
Okay, because are they attacking us? Is that what's happening?
Well, they have their weapons raised, and they're looking like they're ready to attack you. So yeah, you're
16 for
facing
me.
this.
Bugbear.
Oh, he's fuzzy friend.
Classic bugbear. Okay, throw Sam at him.
Classic fuzzy friend.
Here's dinner.
Someone got to transport like a bugbear-shaped cube. God damn it.
In the finest tradition of every initiative roll I've made so far in this game.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, that's a 8.
I just need to move the camera around a bit. Sorry. So, could you repeat your initiative to me again?
Dave got 16.
Dave, 16.
Grackle 14.
Gretel, 14. What about Varrock?
6.
Nice. Copper Kettle?
22.
Nice.
Very nice. Timber?
Chris. Chris is falling asleep.
Unmute, Timber.
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yep.
What's
your-
our
roll for
initiative?
What's your initiative?
Stand by. That is terrible. 7.
That's not the worst.
Still better than Varrock.
It's 8 for me. Yeah.
Alright. And now for our fuzzy friends.
Bugbear 1 and Bugbear 2.
Okay. It's the night of the horrible
Initiatives.
initiative roll.
Oh,
Alright,
yay.
so first will be Copper Kettle.
That amazing 22.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Very nice.
I will go up and say hi. Because I don't know, the cube was friendly, so.
It worked so well.
This kid.
Sam says, I advise you to be careful. These are hostile creatures.
Oh, they are? Oh, that's
We've
too
got
bad.
like this little AI
Oh.
scanning.
I would just. I'm going to casually cast Fairy Fire at them and then kind of scooch back.
Attaboy.
Just walk out like back in.
It's like crop dusting.
Just back up, back it up.
So I guess they need to make a dexterity saving throw?
Are you casting it at both at the same time? Is it a multiple?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
It's multiple targets.
Cool. Dexterity saving throw. Doom. The first one has a 13. And the second
Fails.
one has a 9.
They both fail, so they. Okay, any attack against them has advantage.
Alright.
I
Remember that,
love
guys.
bards, man.
And they-
Bards.
Can't go invisible, as if bugbears can.
Can't go invisible, and their stealth is poo.
Oh, and they glow slightly blue, because that's a nice color.
Cool. Alright, so. Ooh, Jesus. Storm is brewing. Dave, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, these squares, are they 5 foot square?
Mhm.
Is that right? Okay, so I've got
They're
movement
10?
of
They're
10.
Yes.
Oh, they're 10? Okay.
Sorry, no, it's 5.
This
Sorry.
is 5.
Yeah, it was scaled in the Roll20 thing. It's 5.
Right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 45.
Yeah, and on your end, can you pull the map down just a little bit?
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's true. Just like we're like way up in the corner.
Okay,
Ah,
so
okay, I see. Thank you.
No worries.
my whip's got reach, so I shall attack with my whip. This first dude. It's a 10.
10 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a miss. I'm sorry.
Is that with
You're-
advantage?
Oh yeah, you have advantage, right? See?
Yep.
I do? Why?
Because
Very
of
far.
fire.
Fire.
Oh, right. Cool. Okay. 11.
Jesus.
So You run up to the first bugbear, and you lash out with your whip, but it whizzes by its ear, and misses. It roars at you menacingly.
Okay. I've got a second attack, so I'll get within melee range
Mhm.
and then do an unarmed strike,
Yeah,
which is 24.
that's a hit.
Ooh.
Did
9
you roll that
damage.
with advantage as well?
Well,
In case you get a crit.
Yeah.
yeah, I can roll it again. No, 18, so I'll stick with 24.
Yep.
It did 9 damage.
All right.
And then
Nice.
I'd like to spend a key point to use flurry of blows and attack it. I'll do 2 more unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Yeah. Roll those with advantage too.
So first one's 25.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm going to beat that. I'll try again. No. So that damage is 10.
Okay.
And then the second one, 9. Try again. 17.
Yeah, that's also a hit.
And another 7.
Dave. Oops. No. Dave, you run up to this bugbear after missing it with your whip, and you beat the living shit out of it. It looks bad. No, that's literally it. You go full, like full Jackie Chan on this guy, full Bruce Lee. This bug, like it's impressive actually. This thing is barely holding together.
Sweet.
Gretel, your turn.
I would like to quickly run over to this side of the room, which is just at the edge of my movement,
Mm-hmm.
and shoot this bloke with my short bow.
All right, go for it.
And that, you said advantage to hit?
Yes.
Better. And to hit is plus 8, so that's an 18.
That's a hit.
Yes! 1d6 plus 5, so that's a total of 9 points.
All right, 9 points of damage it is. Your arrow flies straight and true and hits it like right in the shoulder blade, and it screams in agony.
Sorry, buddy, but it's you or me!
All right. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I'll hold, because that's all my movement.
All right. In that case, it's Farron's turn.
Oh, my turn. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I will go. Move 20 feet, so let's move up to there. Move to here. Sorry, 2 seconds. Okay. And I will unreel a length of chain and thorn whip the other bugbear, this guy here.
All right. Make your
I'm going to attempt to pull him a bit closer. So it's a... Yeah, that's a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
And 2d6. 10. 10 damage, and I will pull him 10 feet closer to me.
All right.
Ooh.
So that would be here.
That's fine. And then Beryl goes immediately after me.
Mm-hmm.
And she is just going to move around the corner up to where I am. It's about there.
Yep.
In fact, I think it's... is that enough? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, she'll move to there. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Timber.
Oh,
It is
crumbs,
your
really?
turn.
Okay. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to the corner there. I'm going to use a firebolt on this guy here.
Feral duck.
Wait, what is Beryl?
Beryl is a large mechanical bear.
Oh, it'll be fine.
The soft one, this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to use a firebolt with advantage.
Okay, attack roll.
I might roll with advantage.
It's 23 to hit.
That's a hit. So the thing you said, is that still true? Are you still rolling every time?
If you want me to.
Yeah. Alright, first roll damage.
Okay, damage. Oh, shit. Ooh. So 15 points damage.
Jesus. Fireball.
Wow.
Hello.
So how do you want to kill this guy?
I'll in a burning mess of glory. but apologetically.
Alright, so you let out a play it out for me. Role play.
I sort of come around the corner and see him sort of growling at Theron and Grackle for having this arrow and thorns all stuck inside of him. So I just decided to put him out of his misery and toss a couple of firebolts that just missed the bear that I've literally just noticed because I didn't realise there was a fucking mechanical bear wandering around with us. Just now, I'm like, Jesus, okay, I guess it's with us. And then, yeah, just toss out a couple of firebolts, apologising as I go.
Alright. The firebolts hit it like straight in the chest, and it evaporates. It just ceases to be, and all that remains is a pile of ash and a few scraps of leather from its leather armor. Roll a d20 for me, just a straight d20.
13.
Alright, nothing happens.
Cool.
Varrock, it's your turn.
Varrock is going to move 5, 10, 15, 25, and then is going to unleash his breath weapon.
Oh boy. Do you have a cone or do you have a...
It is a 5-foot by 30-foot line, so will only hit anything that's on the line itself.
Okay, so it's a line, not a cone. Good.
Yep.
That's good to know.
So the bugbear has to make a DC 13 dex save.
Describe what you do first. Like,
You'll see Varrock charge forward, and then, eschewing all weapons, he just goes and projects an actual line of acid. Much like an actual black dragon would.
So, tell me how you want to kill this thing.
Does it make a dex save? Did it fail its dex save?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, that's 6 points of damage to it, so basically just hits it square in the face and dissolves downward.
It had 1 hit point left, so no matter if it would have taken full or half damage, wouldn't have been important. So yeah, you melt his face away, basically.
Ooh.
Nasty.
Yeah, I step back.
Do you think
That's
we should have said hello?
This all took place in a matter of 36 seconds, by the way.
Are they gone?
They are gone. Like, one of them is a piece, like a pile of ash. The other one is just a pile of goop.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did they Did they have any like stuff in the room with them? Probably whatever they had on them is gone.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gone. One of them is just charred to beyond recognition. Like the stuff on him is, and the other one is dissolved.
But did they have stuff in the room that was not on them?
The thing, like there's a table, like standing here with two chairs, on either side. You see a deck of cards. They must have been in the middle of a game they played currently. Both of them,
We'll have them.
as you're looking at the cards, you realize that both of them were cheating.
Oh, then they deserve to die.
Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty unadorned. There's not much stuff in here. There's
Taking the cards.
yeah.
All right.
There's a door here. Let's open it. Let's open the door. Opening the door.
Can I listen out for no, sorry, can I? I'd like to listen out for any like sound that might have been, any kind of activity that may have been attracted by the noise we just made.
Make a perception check.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll go over here and do the same thing.
Perception. That's a 19 for me.
You hear nothing.
Not a thing.
Over there by the little curvy hallway, I'm doing the same thing, and that's a total of 18.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So the door or the curved corridor? What do we want to do?
I'm after a door. I like doors.
You like doors?
Yeah, you're like the opposite of Vox Machina. Do you go for the door before or after I say, I'll check?
I don't know. I'm just like beeline for the door.
Hey, now, relax. Check it for traps.
Yeah, fall in behind them if they're going towards the door.
Checking for traps, 17 plus 6, 23.
You don't find any traps.
Excellent. Open it. I have to keep saying this, y'all, because the second I don't, it's going to be trapped. You know it's true.
Yeah.
That'll be the door that's the mimic, or like something like that.
Or the door is a mimic. Is the door a mimic?
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the mimic.
Open the mimic.
And then the mimic will open you.
The entire dungeon was a mimic.
Womp womp. What a twist.
What plot twist? Yeah.
So you open the door, and it it pulls inward again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You're greeted by a giant, like a big group of goblins, all with their weapons readied, standing at the door, and that's where we're going to end the session.
Darren closes the door.
I'm like, hi!
Okay. All right.
F for fireball.
Surprise, motherfuckers.
Okay.
That's
Well, that's not at all a problem.
No, it's fine.
Fine, it's probably my friends.
It'll be okay.
It's a shame I don't have another one of those acid breaths in me.
Y'all, these are peach-colored goblins. I'm green. We're hecked.
Listen, we've obviously just killed their bugbear prison guards, so
Captors.
they're going to be like, yeah,
Super happy.
Yeah,
super happy to
obviously.
see us.
Good session. Good session, y'all.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
Yeah, good fun.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I hope our viewers in chat also enjoyed our escapades. We're going to delve right back into the same action next week, same time. That's 8 p.m. Universal Standard Time, Universal Time Code. We'll see where this leads. I did take some liberties. I pulled like the gelatinous cube, for example. I want to make a call out here. I pulled that from a from another game, or from an adventure, from a supplement from Gamehole Publishing. It's called Into the Deep Dark, where the exact same cube is an NPC that you can meet, except that it's also riding on a giant lizard. It's not sliding along the floor itself. So
This is fine.
Okay.
I just loved that idea, and I wanted to originally put the entire adventure in, but it didn't make sense in that way. But I just still wanted to keep the NPC. So if that sounds cool to you, go and check that out. Again, it's called Into the Deep Dark by Alex Kemmer from Gamehole Publishing. I'm sure you can find that on DM's Guild. I think that's where I got it. Yeah, other than that, again, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to my players for playing with us. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot, as much as I did. And until then, does anyone want to plug anything? Any of their own games? Any other stuff you want to tell the people of the internet about?
Drink more water.
Good call.
I have a plug. I have my game Loudwater Chronicles on my channel Starliday, Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. I think we're coming up close to like 5 years in that campaign now, come spring. So, good characters, good stories, interesting stuff.
That sounds awesome. Anybody else?
Nope. Bye.
Drink water, take
I
your
got
meds,
nothing.
take a breather from the internet.
Get more sleep.
Right.
Sleep
Get
is
some
good.
sleep.
Those are all very good calls. Alright. In that case, again, I'm repeating myself. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you all next week. Until then, everybody have a good night, or a good morning, or whatever time of day it is in your place. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.